tax collectors here, Donna, would you care to make another report?
No, I gave you my report today. The only question I have is, I still haven't received the tax collector's compensation packet. That I came to council for in October for.
I'm not aware of that, I haven't seen it here, you know about that?
And I should put a
Actually,
request in, and I don't know what Mr. Little did.
Alright, well, we'll address it, right away. Yeah, Harry did send that out the other day.
Mr. Little had something. Yeah, but I mean, that was something else.
Okay, items for consideration. Harry?
Move to ratify the payment of the following bills for January 2014. I broke it down. Administration, $43,686.78. Public safety, which is the police, at $48,613.16. Fire protection, which is $19,804.88. Sanitation is $30,065.87. Public works is $62,008.77. Recreation of $1,457.86, and miscellaneous of $299.03. And the payroll, January 3rd payroll, which was $129,551.64. And this week's payroll is approximately $134,745.
So moved.
Second.
Question? Any questions on the motion? One question I have, if no one else has a question, the approximate is because,
They have not gotten back to us today. Those are our figures, they'll look over the payroll, and they'll submit the correct number, but we're only gonna be off by maybe, $200.
make the motion as is, and if it's higher, we'll approve it next month instead of this. Okay, all those in favor of paying the bill? Aye. All those opposed, no? Okay, motion passes unanimously. Okay, motion number 2, Eric.
Move to advertise the amended ordinance, and an ordinance outlining the duties, responsibilities, and functions of the borough manager, removing the residency requirement.
Do we have a motion? Motion. Mr. Shields, second.
Can you get a number on that ordinance? I believe it's 1563.
1563, correct. Okay,
Number 3,
all those in favor? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion is unanimous.
Number 3, move to hire Missy Diaz as a part-time, less than 30 hours per week as a secretary at a rate of $14 per hour effective January 19th, 2014.
Do we have a motion? Motion. Do we have a second? Mr. Val, second. Discussion?
We got good reports on Missy's work from Tim Little and from Harry. She's been an asset to the office in her time. Everything that I've heard that she spent here in her doings, when I've dealt with her, she seems to be a real asset to our office.
And we have been paying the temp agency 17.
$17.
So we're actually getting a bargain here, and she'll be getting more money because she'll be working directly for us in the temp agency. We'll be getting there for $4 in some odd cents.
Right. And there was no cost on the buyout?
Yeah, there was no cost on the buyout.
She worked all her hours, so there's no cost for the buyout.
So everybody knows
Is that a
was
typo on the
corrected
year?
to 2014.
Yes, that's a typo on here, it's 2014.
With that, all those in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? No. Motion carries unanimously. 4.
Number 4, motion to decline proposals with the police and Teamsters to extend collective bargaining agreements and defer salary increases in exchange for temporary pay freeze and no layoff plan.
Do we have a motion? Mr. Raymond, do we have a second? Mr. Shields. Questions on the motion?
I I just have a statement, I mean, I just think that we ought to take it, Bill, to work with us on this, to save us a little bit of money this year. I honestly think we ought to take this.
I have no problem with it. A week ago, there was so much confusion on the way things were going. You get to a point where you can't keep changing.
I don't know if I didn't know that we changed it, or I thought we was just.
Make proposals for this, proposals for that.
There has been several, but I did read something today though where, Sergeant Ford handed in that they'll take out the no layoff thing if we do not receive a tan.
Right. I think
And I would be in agreement
Had,
with that.
had we had that when we needed it, which was last Friday, our solicitor had been calling, you know, their contact person for a week and a half, and we got no response, and then when we did get a response, he said he wasn't handling it, and there was another attorney handling it, and by that time, we took a phone poll on whether to do this or not, and we voted not to ratify, what was extended, because we had to have our payroll information on whether or not we were having a pay freeze or to institute the pay increases by Monday morning. So it basically, it was done, and it was just a time thing. So with that,
We have a roll call vote, please.
absolutely.
Mark, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, Mayor.
Feelings is that maybe that should remain open until budget is modified on January 27th, which you indicated would be a meeting to, do that, for discussion. So I just wanna go on record to say that, to me, that would be part of a, modification.
Thank you. Roll call.
Joe Ballas?
No.
Rich Modagian?
No.
Bernie Shields?
Yes.
Rick Brennan?
Yes.
Rob Falls?
No.
Harvey Ingles?
Yes.
Dan Lloyd?
Yes. Motion carries 4-3. Okay, number 5.
That's how they say it, second.
Absolutely.
The whole proposal originally was if we got a tan. I didn't know when the deadline was gonna be for the tan. Up until now, we haven't. So, that was the original agreement.
But the motion don't say that.
Right, that's what we talked about.
And the original agreement that was extended in the collective bargaining process called for a no layoff policy. And we couldn't extend a no layoff policy, or some of us thought we couldn't, because we don't know if we're gonna have enough money. So that's,
The whole thing hinged on us getting a tan.
right.
But that's, yeah. Hopefully we will.
Okay, motion 5.
Oh, yeah.
Number 5, motion to advertise for bids on the 2009 Ford Crown Vic starting at $800.
So moved.
Second.
Second by Mr. Falls. Any discussion on the motion? This is an old junk police car that's wrecked with a bad transmission. Anybody wants to buy it, put in a bid. Okay, all those in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed, no. Motion carries unanimously.
Number 6, motion to advertise for bids on the 2000 Ford F-550 starting at $5,000.
Does anybody think the $5,000 is too high? I believe you can change that, start high, I guess, but last time we had something like this, it sat for a long time.
There's no rush, we can advertise again now, we don't get $5,000.
Exactly.
Let me
Do we have a second on the motion?
I made the motion.
I'll second. Bernie seconding. All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, no. Motion carries unanimously. Motion 7 was stricken. We're not gonna be deciding anything on that tonight. Number 8.
Number 8, move to advertise ordinance 1562, fixing the tax rate for the year 2014 at a rate of 10.75 mils.
Do we have a motion? Motion by Mr. Inglis, second.
Second.
Second by Mr. Brennan.
We have a roll call vote on this?
Other
Absolutely.
than once again, Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
Advertise, this isn't passing the budget, right?
Right.
once again, I know this is fixing the tax rate, which I signed, so I know that one. Moved to advertise it at the 10.75 mil. I feel that with the adjustments to the budget that I presented on December 31st of 1919, listen to me, of 2013, with the adjustments I had, well, this is questionable. And again, I'd like to see it opened up on the 27th for further discussion and modification. That's all I have.
Thank you, Mayor. Do we have a roll call vote here?
Joe Ballas?
No.
Rich Rodian?
No.
Bernie Shields?
Yes.
Rick Brennan?
Yes.
Carl Paul?
No.
Harvey Engels?
Yes.
Dan Lloyd?
Yes. Motion carries 4-3. Number 9.
Number 9, move to advertise the Munhall Borough General Fund operating budget for the year 2014 in the amount of $6,617,345.
Do we have a motion?
Motion.
Mr. Brennan, do we have a second? Second by Mr. Ingles. Discussion on the budget, or on the advertising of the budget.
Remarks, I
Yes, sir.
actually am opposed to that number.
Okay.
Roll call, please.
My remarks on it would be, I think it's a little bit low of a figure, I think. We're cutting ourselves a little too short, a little too tight.
Okay. Do we have roll call?
Joe Ballas?
No.
Rich Rodian?
No.
Bernie Shields?
Yes.
Rick Brennan?
Yes.
Rob Falls?
No.
Harvey Engels?
Yes.
Dan Lloyd?
Yes. Motion carries 4-3. Number 10.
Motion to advertise proposed ordinance offering an additional 1% discount for property taxes paid by March 1st, 2014.
Do we have a motion?
Motion.
Motion by
Second.
Mr. Brennan, second by Rob Falls. Any discussion on the motion? I think I pretty well described why this is happening and the levity of the situation.
I'd like to say something about this as well.
Go ahead, Mr. Brennan.
This is a motion pleading for Munhall residents to come help our borough and our town. Certainly, we should not be where we're at, and I think this is a good way for us to get us out of this little financial dilemma. So I ask for the residents of Munhall to really step up and try and help if we can. Thank you. Yes.
I would like to make a comment too, and for the record, and for the members of the news media, Munhall Borough does not have a revenue problem. We're not having a huge revenue shortfall. The long-term outlook for the borough is good. We've reprioritized some things. We're reprioritizing how we're spending money. We're reevaluating where we're spending money, and this was a good idea to try to get revenue in early. So with that, the motion's on the floor. All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? No. Motion carries unanimously. Number 11.
Number 11, motion to purchase, erect, and maintain a no right turn and no left turn signs for commercial vehicles for State Route 837 and East Waterfront Drive for an indefinite time in agreement with PennDOT.
Do we have a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Bodine, second by Mr. Ballas. Chief, you must well explain this so there's no confusion, because if you can't turn right, you can't turn left,
Right.
you can't turn.
This is just gonna be restricted for oversized vehicles of 40 feet in length or more. Because of the tight turning radius, we've had numerous accidents, damage to our property, which has caused us a lot of money. We've worked this out with PennDOT. PennDOT is in agreement with it. It's not gonna affect vehicular traffic to the normal person. It's for commercial vehicles over 40 feet in length. They will be diverted a different way into the waterfront. It's a safety measure for that stretch of road for our residents, for our commuters. Like I said, Bob, I'm sure Bob will take care of that in a timely fashion as soon as he can get the signs up. Lindsay, our engineer, had already done this study. It took PennDOT roughly a month or so to get back to us on this, Smith, is that correct? They turned that over in a fairly short time period for them. And that's all I have to say.
When are we gonna start enforcing it? I know once the,
So
once the signs
as soon
get
as
up.
the signs are up, when the signs
Should
are
we give them
up,
like a 30-day period so the truckers know, to get another
I think
route?
the truckers should be able to understand the signage.
Yeah.
I wouldn't,
We
yeah,
hope so.
it's a pretty good safety issue for us. We've had a lot of accidents because of the dog leg in the, coming on the ramp part. It's just that the turning radius doesn't permit vehicles that size to make that turn safely, especially when there's other traffic in the oncoming lane. We've had, like I said, we've replaced that guardrail. I'm sure Bob can attest to that. If we would replace it every time, we'd replace it every week.
Right.
To the tune of $11,000 or $12,000, not counting the accidents that it's causing.
If anyone's been
It
down
should
there
have been done a long
recently,
time ago.
I was just there today, and you can see the railings are gone. Even the railing coming in from the Rankin Bridge, that's gone now too.
It's a very,
It's a
even the
mess.
turn in,
Yeah.
it's only 26 feet, I believe, curb to curb. It's a mouth to 837, and it's just way too tight for that size of vehicle.
Chief, is there somebody gonna be down there watching it for the first couple of weeks or so,
As much as we can.
but nothing, permanent, not have somebody down there permanent for a couple of weeks?
Well, we'll do what we can. I mean, short of, we'll have someone down there as often as we can, other than answering calls.
And I could attest to the mayor's statement before about him going to numerous meetings, asking about this. I've been at a few meetings and he's been very vocal to whoever, whoever will listen, even the ones that don't wanna listen, he goes up to talk to them too. So hopefully, in the next 10 years or so, we get something done down there.
Yeah, this is a quick remedy for right now.
For right now,
That still needs addressed to be redone. Because right now, this is just gonna save us some aggravation and hopefully save someone's life.
And we need signs that will pre-warn people a block or two away saying, not just when
right
you get
there.
on. We need pre-warning on both sides.
Drivers have plenty of time to take notice.
Right.
Right, so, and not only that, but I think out of courtesy, we ought to, write, letters, notifications to Homestead and Whitaker, Homestead especially, because they're going to be the losers when people go down to the Amity Gate to use that rather than.
Should we have a sign that says truckers use Amity Street entrance?
We've, yeah, three of the, accidents that we had in that short period of time were all from the same company. And we gave them different directions. I'm not gonna say where we
Slow
go.
learners.
Right, well, after the third one, they called, because they knew that if it happened again, they were in Houston. They were cited for what happened, but, they were given directions. Their GPS takes them that way. So, a trucker without a GPS is, that's what they rely on. So they had no idea how to get there other than the GPS.
Well, thank
So
you,
we
Chief.
did explain that to you.
Thank you. Motion, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, no. Motion carries unanimously.